Welcome back, my friends, to my last brain cell. I hope you had a great week. I hope your weekend was good. Speaking of weekends, I hope you caught the first episode of Sip Read Repeat. It's now live on the channel, so make sure you go check that out. I um I didn't get far in that book, but it's a whole different cadence than my last brain cell. You know what I mean? So go check it out. It's something a little different for y'all. Something a little different. Anyway, before we get to the question of the day, I gotta be transparent about a couple of things. This is technically episode 103 because my original 103 got like stuck in limbo somewhere. I don't know what happened, but I went to go, download it after editing it, and it just became intangible. I don't know what's going on with it. So this is gonna be a repeat in a sense because I'm gonna ask the question that I asked in that episode. And the only reason I'm being transparent is because I feel like I always owe it to you guys to do that, right? It just makes sense because if I could, I would try to use that episode, but I can't. So I'm just gonna reuse some of the stuff that I did in that episode. That's part one. Part two, hands up, full disclosure, I technically totally failed 75 hard. Let's talk about it. So 75 hard, you're supposed to read the 10 pages, you're supposed to drink a gallon of water, you're supposed to stick to a certain diet, and do 2 outside workouts, right? I failed the other day by not going outside. It was pouring outside, and I wasn't about to go out there and get sick. Hell no. So I just didn't do it. So technically I failed, but I'm just gonna keep going anyway. Like technically speaking, I should be starting over from day one. I'm not gonna do that because I'm doing this for a reason. Like I'm not doing 75 hard for 75 hard sake per se. I'm doing this for other reasons. So I won't be starting over, but I'm gonna continue with the no drinking and the everything else. But yeah, I just want to be transparent with y'all because I feel like I owe it to you guys. But yeah. So question of the day, and the question of the day today, like I said, is honestly gonna be a repeat. I don't even remember everything I said in that other episode, but the question of the day from the other day was, if you were a condiment, what would you be? Right? And I don't want to hear a boring answer. I don't want to hear ketchup. I don't want to hear barbecue sauce. Like, I want to hear something crazy. My answer is I would be spicy mustard. I'm not a mustard fan. Like, really. I love me some good honey mustard. There's a restaurant out here called Tully's that has some really good chicken fingers and has even better honey mustard sauce for their chicken fingers. It's gassy. I love a good honey mustard. But with that said, I think I would be spicy mustard. And the reason for that is because I genuinely believe that people who really fuck with me, like really fuck with me. And that's what I feel like you have to do for like spicy mustard. Like no one's just out here eating spicy mustard just because. Like they're eating it because they like spicy mustard. You know what I mean? Like like I said, I'm not a mustard fan, so I'm not gonna be out here looking to indulge in spicy mustard. I'll go get me some honey mustard, but I'm never gonna go indulge in some spicy mustard. But those who love spicy mustard, they fuck with it. And that's what I feel about people who are in my life. Like those who love me, they fuck with me. And that's why they're here. Like, and that's just my, that's my opinion. But let me know what you guys think you would be if you were a condiment. Like I don't know. I think that's something interesting that you guys should really think about. Like, damn, if I were a condiment, like, there's a bunch of condiments out there. There's Chick-fil-A sauce. There's whatever the Popeyes be doing. There's Big Mac sauce. Like, let me know. Let me know what you think you would be. And while you're doing that, you know what I mean, racking your brain about all those condiments, allow me to go pick your poison. I feel like I put a lot of this puzzle together, but there's still a lot of pieces missing, and I'm trying to figure out, like, where they go. Damn, I had that lava fett earlier. I don't know where it is now. Let's see. Okay, y'all. Let's see what Pick Your Poison has in store for us today. Be convinced that you're being stalked every time you leave your house. That sounds concerning. Have an incurable case of the hiccups. Panhandle for at least $5 every day, or else lose all the money in your bank account. Ooh. Okay. These are actually pretty interesting. So let's start with the first one we read. Be convinced that you're being stalked every time you leave your house. I'm not a paranoid person, but I go on walks very often, and every time I go on a walk, I always constantly look behind me. Like it's just habit at this point. I look behind me enough just to make sure that no one is stalking me, I guess. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Do you guys like I feel like I just means I have a really good sense of like my surroundings. I thought. Does that make me paranoid? Maybe, but I don't think so. What do you guys think? Does that make me paranoid? But yeah, so to be convinced I'm being stalked every time, that sounds tiring. Like my paranoia would be up. But at the same time, I can't have an incurable case of the hiccups. Hiccups themselves are just tiring. Like having the hiccups is tiring, and trying to stop yourself from having the hiccups is even more tiring. I don't want to deal with that, honestly. If I'm being real, that's not something I really want to go through. So I'm going to instantly erase that one. So now we have Panhandle for at least $5 every day, or else lose all the money in your bank account. As embarrassing as that would be, I feel like I have no choice but to do it, right? Right? I'm not gonna risk losing all the money in my bank account. I'm gonna go out and panhandle for $5 every day. I'm gonna do what I gotta do, and it's gonna suck, but it has to be done. There's that fucking Wobble Fett. Yeah, it just has to be done. I'm not gonna hold y'all. So between these two, I'm gonna panhandle $5. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna dress up real crazy and just panhandle every day. At the end of the day, too, that's the extra 5 bones every day. So that ain't too bad if you ask me. Let me know what you guys are gonna do. Are you going to be convinced that you're being stalked every time you leave your house, panhandle for at least $5 every day, or else lose all the money in your bank account, or have an incurable case of the hiccups? Put it in the comments while I get the Wheel of Fun. Let's see what's going on today. I don't think I did a spin, honestly. On this day, it's been a grip. Allow me to get the handy dandy notebook. Okay, handy dandy notebook. So last year, actually, on this day, there was the total solar eclipse, and it was North America's second total solar eclipse in 7 years. Why I wanted to bring that up is because I was in an area where the eclipse was gonna be like the most visible. Like you're gonna be able to see everything really well, because I was in the trajectory of I was just in a really good trajectory, right? I don't remember all like the science and whatnot, but I brought it up because I got fucking screwed because it was foggy as shit that day. Like it was dark clouds everywhere, and it was foggy, like it was cloudy as shit. It was bad. Like we couldn't see anything. Only thing that happened in this area where it was supposed to be the best place to be to see it was it got really dark and really cold, and then it got bright again, which was cool, but it would have been way cooler if I could actually experience, the eclipse. Yeah, I feel like I got really screwed over. It was bad. I had to turn the table. How the tables turned is that I turned them because I thought it would make more sense, since this thing is getting bigger and bigger as I go, and it wasn't gonna fit in the original way I had the table, but it's coming together nicely. But yeah, so that's why I'm gonna bring that up. Do you guys remember the total solar eclipse? Like where were you? My brother, who is in New York City, he ended up calling me or FaceTiming me. He was like, yo, did you see it? Can you see it? And I was like, nah, bro. And I explained to him the situation. He's like, damn, that sucks. So, like, he tried to show me, like, via FaceTime from where he was. But, yeah, it was clipped. There was nothing we could really do about it. Yeah, it was actually kind of disappointing. Ooh, this thing is coming together nicely, y'all. Yeah. But anyway, do you guys remember it? If not, that's okay. Because that's all I have for you anyway. But if you do remember it, make sure you leave it in the comments. As I've been saying for the last couple of weeks now, we are on the hunt for 1,000 subscribers, mission 1K, and I need y'all help. Please help me get to 1,000 subscribers. It would mean the world to me if we can get there before the end of the year. There's been a few of you who have been joining like here and there, and I really appreciate all of you who are here so far. Make sure you check out Sip Read Repeat episode 1. As I mentioned, all Sip Read Repeat episodes will only happen on Sundays, and there won't be a regular episode on Sundays, only Sip Read Repeat. We didn't get far in the first episode, but we're going to get much further on the next one, so you're going to want to be there. I think it's going to get real juicy, or should I say it's going to get juicier as we continue to cover Gone Girl. I'm kind of just stalling because I'm kind of really on a hot streak right now as far as putting this piece together. Alright, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put this last piece together, this last big chunky piece right here. Because I see it. I see the vision now. Boom. Yeah. Ooh, y'all going to like this. All my Pokemon fans are going to really enjoy this one. And if you're not a Pokemon fan, oh well. That's all I got for you guys. Thanks for tuning in as always. This is King Echo, signing off.